Another interfaith killing shocker has taken a center stage after Nagaraju and Mithun. Now Vijaya Kamble from Karnataka's Kalaburagi has been murdered for interfaith love. Vijaya Kamble, the deceased, was in love with a woman of a different faith and was beaten up by a gang of miscreants who avenged his death over the relationship. Shahabuddin and Nawaz, the accused in the murder case, have been arrested. Preliminary reports by police suggest that the woman's family was against this relationship. The police are now questioning the family members and looking for CCTV camera footage. After the incident, the situation in the area has turned intense. The police have beefed up security in the area.
ಕೇರಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ ಯಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಬಂತ್ರಿ ಫೋನ್ ಬಂದ ಬರ್ಲತ್ತೀನಪ್ಪ ನಾ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ ಬಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹಾಕಿ ತರ್ಕಾರಿ ತಗೋದ ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸದ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾಕ ಅದ್ರ
ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಫೋನ್ ಬರ್ತೀರ ಮನೆ
ಏನು
ನೀವು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ನಾನು ಮನೆ
ಏನಾಗ್ಯದ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು
ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಯದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವನೇ ಪಾರ ಯಾಕ ನೀ ಬಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಕಪ್ಪಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ ನಾ ಓಡೋಗಿನ್ರಿ ಯಾಕೆ ನೋಡತನ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಏನು ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ
ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು
ಕಲಾಸ ಆಗೇನ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿನ ಮಾತು ಬರ್ತದ ಹೇಳ್ ರೋಡವ್ರಿ ಪೂರ ಕಲಾಸ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಚಸ್ಕೊ ಚೂರಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರ ಪಾರಗ ತಲಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾರ್ರಿ ಹಿಂದ್ ಬಾಜು ಮೇಲೆ ತಲಿ ಪೆಟ್ಟು ಬಡ್ಕೆಸಿ ಚಾಕು ಚೂರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ್ರಿ ಅವರು
ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನಾರ ಜಗಳ ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಅದ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬೆಳಿದ್ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ರಿ ಈಗ
ಮತ್ತೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗಿ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ
ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರ ಅಣ್ಣೆ ಬಂದಿದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಅವಾಗ
ಏನಂತ
ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಚಲೋ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಕಲ್ಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ನಮ್ ತಂಗಿಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ ಮಗನ್ ಕುಟ್ಲಿಕ್ ಬೈ ನಿನ್ ಕೈಯಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನ ತಂದು ಹೋದ್ರು
ಅವರು ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮದವ್ರು ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಅವರು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಹೆಂಗೋ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಅವನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಡು ಇವನು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇವನೇನ ಅಂತರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ತಲೆ ಏನು ಇಡಲಾಗ್ಯಾನ. ನಾನು ಈ ರೀತಿ ತಿಳಿದೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರು ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇದು
ಅವ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅವನ ಜಾತಿದ
ಸರ್ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ನಾವು ಎಸ್ ಸಿ ಸರ್ ಆಲಯ ಸಮಾಜದವರು. ಅವರು ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಅವ್ರು ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ನೀಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವರು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಗ ಇದು ಆಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ನನಗಂತೂ ಭಾಳ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ನಾನೀಗ ಯಾವ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು
ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ.
Ma'am, I just want to know more details about this Dalit youth's murder, ma'am, in Kalaburagi.
What details you need?
Ma'am, has the accused been arrested, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, the names of the accused, ma'am?
Shahabuddin and Nawaz.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. When were they arrested, ma'am?
Yesterday.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
My colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath is now joining me live from Bengaluru on this. Nagarjun, give us more details about the ongoing investigation in this shocker which has come to light from Kalaburagi.
Paulmia, good morning. Two people have been arrested right now by the Kalaburagi police. What has happened is the allegations from the victim side is that the son, who is Vijaya Kamble, 25-year-old Dalit from Gulbarga, was in love with or was in a relationship with a minority girl. And the family of the girl was absolutely not okay with it. And previously also they had come to the home of the victim and threatened them saying, if you don't ask your brother or your son to go away from our sister and daughter, there would be severe consequences. There was also threatening call by the family of the girl saying we would behead him and give the head back to the family. And there was a compromise reached. They had told Vijay to stay away from the girl is what the parents claim. But however, what has happened is two people have been picked up today. The Vijay, the guy has been murdered, a Hindu youth has been murdered by the girl's family is the allegations. But however, we have to wait and watch if the two arrested have direct link to the family or were they hired as Supari killers from the family. It is yet to be ascertained as to what is the links from the girl's family to the accused and arrested right now. We'll have to wait and watch. In a couple of days, we will have a clear picture is what the police are saying. Right now, the post-mortem is done and the body was handed over and two people has already been picked up by the Gulbarga police.
Okay, Nagarjun, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details. Also, in terms of establishing the link between the accused and the family, you were, of course, trying to tell us about that. Has the family been able to, in fact, establish that link? We're trying to, of course, reconnect with my colleague Nagarjun. We seem to have lost that line, but Nagarjun, of course, telling us about the ongoing investigation into this case, which is quite a shocker, which has emerged from Kalaburagi in Karnataka. A young boy, a 25-year-old Vijay Kamble, who has in fact been killed in this incident, which has come to light. Two accused, in fact, have been arrested as well. Nagarjun, of course, was telling us earlier about how the family had earlier threatened the young boy as well because he was in love with a girl from the minority community. This is, of course, another shocker which has come to light after at least two other such incidents in the recent months have come to light from the state of Telangana as well, and now from Karnataka. This, of course, has in fact turned the situation very tense in the area as well. Nagarjun seems to be back with us as well. Nagarjun, in terms of the situation on the ground, earlier there have been reports also in this particular case that the situation on the ground has been extremely tense since this incident, and security has been beefed up in the area as well. Can you give us more details about it?
That is true. This happened. This incident happened in Wadi town of Gulbarga district, away from the district headquarters. The town has been beefed up with security from the local police because remember, it's not only a Hindu youth that has been murdered, but a Dalit youth. So a lot of Dalits organizations are also rallying behind the victim's family, seeking justice as to how did this happen. And the family of the accused, who's the girl's family, are also absconding at this point of time, is what we are told. The police have picked up the arrested and trying to question them as to what is the link between them and the girl's family? Were they hired to kill Vijay, or were they brothers of the girl, or were they relatives of the girl? These are the questions that is being posed for the accused right now. They were picked up just 24 hours ago. They have to be produced before the magistrate today, and most likely they will be sought police custody from Gulbarga police. But situation is under control as we speak because I spoke to the SP too. She said that the situation is under control, nothing to worry, and the victim side have agreed with the investigation. Special team has been formed also. They are okay with the way investigation is going under the right pace. So nothing to worry is what the police department say. But however, this might even take a political turn because remember in the last few months, Karnataka has been a hotbed for communal politics between Hindu and Muslim politics here. This might also be one other leaf in the ongoing communal tension in Karnataka, while politicians might involve themselves and giving statements against each other in this case also.
Right, Nagarjun, as you were pointing out that, such incidents in the past, in the recent months, in fact, have been turning communal and, there has been a lot of politics around it as well. How are the political parties reacting to this incident which has come to light? We do know, like you said, I mean, there has been a lot of politics which has been played especially, and it has been anticipated that that's going to be how things will play out in the run-up to the Karnataka Assembly elections in 2023 as well.
Probably at this point of time, no political party has commented on the issue in the Gulbarga murder. But however, today or tomorrow, most likely that the politicians from the Hyderabad-Karnataka region will be jumping into the ship on the same issue and they will be commenting on this murder as well. Because remember, it's also a Dalit victim that is, like I mentioned, Vijay Kamble belonged to a Dalit community and was in a relationship with a minority girl. And that's where the politics also will happen here, especially in Hyderabad, Karnataka, where both Congress and BJP are strong in that belt. Most likely that this will also take a political turn, but we'll have to wait and watch. But at this point of time, no MLA or no leader locally also have spoken about the issue. All are only at this point of time saying that we need justice for the victim's family.
Also, as far as the family is concerned, the family, I believe, is being questioned in this instance as well. And the police, have they found CCTV footage of this incident?
At this point of time, they have not found any CCTV footage. They are taking the mobile tower dump as to where exactly did Vijay Kamble go and what was his last location, and then try to get the CCTV footage from that place. What is the statement recorded from Vijay's family is that he received a phone call and he was having lunch and suddenly left the house without informing his parents as to where he was going. Only after a few hours did the family receive a phone call that their son was dead, and when they visited the spot, They found stabbing wounds all over his body, and his head was hit by a rock, is what the allegations are. The post-mortem also confirmed the same, that he was stabbed several times, but the miscreants are yet to give out as to whether directly linked to the family. CCTV
Right.
is yet to be given.
Nagarjun, I apologize for interrupting you over there. Lavanya Balal of the Congress Party is now joining us on the phone line. Ms. Balal, thank you so much for speaking to India Today. Your comments on this shocker which has come from Kalaburagi. Another man, a 25-year-old Vijaya Kamble, being stabbed to death by members of the family of a minority community because he was in love with the girl from the minority community. Because of interfaith love, he was brutally murdered.
The honor killings in Karnataka have been increasing in the last couple of years. If you notice, we had some similar instance that happened in Belgaum recently as well. This is shocking, appalling, and it also throws light on how difficult Dalit lives are on a day-to-day basis. Their existence itself is a huge struggle for them, and this has to stop. We need more stronger laws to protect people. It's appalling that this is happening, and we demand with the Home Minister of Karnataka that the strictest action must be taken. They are both adults. That is the most important part here, and I think India needs to be progressing beyond these casteism and religious lines and discussing issues like, human rights and stuff like that. This is what governments and political parties should be focusing on. Very unfortunate incident.
But unfortunately, a lot of people are, of course, the sort of incident, because this is not the first incident that has come to light. In recent months, we've seen such incidents come to light from neighboring states as well, from Telangana as well. This has come to light from Karnataka. The politics that is played out over this, unfortunately, extremely sensitive and inflammatory.
It is. This is not a time for any party, for that matter, to play politics. It's a matter of two youngsters' lives that they were supposed to lead together. Which is very shocking right now is Karnataka, the supposedly progressive state. This is not the first instance this has happened. This has happened in Belgaum as well within the last 8 months. And this is not the first instance that is happening in Karnataka. It has happened in Mandya as well. So this is what political parties in Karnataka should be looking at.
Right. Okay. Ms. Balal, thank you so much for joining us on India Today. Mr. Nasir Hussain of the Congress Party is also on the phone line with us. Sir, repeated incidents of this nature coming to light. A young boy, a 25-year-old man, being killed by members of the family of a community, a minority community. The girl belonged to that community. Because of interfaith love, he was killed by members of the family. Of course, the police are investigating it. But these are incidents that repeatedly keep coming to light, be it Mandya, be it Belgaum, now Kalaburagi as well.
See, any violence shouldn't be tolerated. The government of the day, no society should tolerate violence. Be it the boy or the girl belonging to any faith. If they are adults and if they are in love, if they are married, if they want to marry, I think the court and the police protection. We have seen such one incident in Belgaum and now in Kalaburagi. I don't know why people are resorting to violence, which if at all they had an issue, that could have been sorted out and that would have been addressed to the courts. But the point here is the kind of hate and hatred that has spread in Karnataka against each other, against communities here in Karnataka in the past few months and few years is something which has to be taken note of, because the government has completely failed in addressing this issue. They have completely failed in stopping hatred. They have completely failed in stopping violence. Here, I don't go by the communities. Belgaum, there was a Muslim guy. Now here, there's a Hindu guy. See, it doesn't matter which community the boy belongs to or which community the girl belongs to. If they are adults, according to the law of the land, two adults can marry at their will. They can go around. They can love each other. And this is what is there in our country. Nobody can resort to violence to the extent of killing a person, murdering a person. So I think they have to be arrested, tried, and severest punishment should be given to the perpetrators of this crime.
Right, but the shocking trend of honor killings, sir, like you rightly pointed out, it is not about the community to which the victim belonged to. But the fact is there is a shocking trend of honor killings that is happening, and that needs to stop. What can be done about that?
See, that is exactly what I'm trying to hint at. There is hatred spread in the society by people belonging to political parties, by people being in the top positions in the state government and the central government. If the ministers themselves resort to spreading hate, if the leaders themselves resort to spreading hate, I think this is what it culminates to. We have seen this in Karnataka in the past 4-5 months continuously, just because the government has failed on all the fronts, and the government is just trying to promote hatred here, keeping an eye on the 2023 elections. So now, we may not say that then tomorrow somebody may come and argue, did some politician go and murder? Was the government involved in the murder? But the point is, there is hatred in the air. And who is responsible for hatred? We say, Bharat Chodo ne Bharat Jodo. That's the slogan should be by the political parties. They may have भारत और भारत के लोगों को जोड़ना. That is what is important. But that is not happening. You every day moving to evening on television, what is debates on hate, debates which only promote hate, and this is being promoted by political parties and people and leaders. Those are ministers, whether it's government.
Right. Mr. Hussain, thank you so much for joining us on India Today. That is, of course, the reaction that's coming in from the Congress party on this absolute shocker that has come to light from Kalaburagi in Karnataka.